A dog.
Please don't take a turn to next.
And boom, we're live, folks. Welcome to the American Movie Podcast. If you've never been here before, do not forget to subscribe. I go through movies, news, documentaries, all that jazz. And today we're going over, I was happily and pleasantly surprised by this. So it is Mission Impossible Fallout. So starring Tom Cruise, the one and only Tom Cruise, We Have the Meats guy, Ving Rhames for Arby's, Simon Pegg, Alec Baldwin's in this, the so attractive Vanessa Kirby, she's also in this. So the cast was amazing. I really liked the dynamics that were played in between all these people, and it was everything I thought. It had everything. Okay, besides a duel at 10 paces, it had everything. So there were helicopter chases, there were motorcycle chases, there were I don't want to go through too much of it because it's going to spoil some of it, but there's like this huge party that goes on, and they have to infiltrate this party, and there's this amazing fight scene within this this men's restroom with and so also starring Henry Cavill, which he stole the show from me. He was one of my favorite characters inside of the show, or this movie. People get so upset when I say show or movie. They get so mad. But anyways, so I really, really enjoyed this. It was probably my favorite Mission Impossible besides the first one. There were so many shots that I was just blown away at, and then so many circumstances inside those shots where I was like, oh, why have people never done that before? So I was so taken back by some of the coolest circumstances that they're put into. So one of my favorite parts, and I don't want to get into it too much, but actually I'll go through the plot first. So Ethan whatever, on Mission Impossible, he has a mission, and he has to obtain these 3 plutonium spheres, and then the mission goes wrong because these 12 apostles are also trying to obtain these plutonium spheres in order to create nuclear bombs. So that's in the first few moments of the movie. So he loses those, and now he has to go through a lot of back channels in order to obtain these, and he has to go through brokers and all kinds of stuff, which I didn't even think about, where there'd be brokers and people connecting to the pretty much the backdoor channels where you'd get a plutonium sphere. So it was really amazing that way. And Vanessa Kirby, the most attractive woman I've ever seen, is the Black Widow, who plays one of those brokers. So I loved it. I thought it was really cool. Entertained the entire time. It ran a little long, but besides that, it was pretty phenomenal. Like, Tom Cruise he is like the last action star, I think. So there's like, who has that star power? Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. He was a superstar or like a movie star. And then you have maybe Johnny Depp, but it's few and far between when it comes to like movies now. And he's still one of them, and he's like 56, and he looks great for 56. I was blown away. And there's a certain moment in one of the chase scenes where he breaks his foot, and doctors actually, they said he wasn't gonna be able to walk for 6 months, but he ended up running sprints after 6 weeks. And I was like, okay, he's a superstar. He's just so dedicated to the craft. So that was phenomenal in and of itself. So yeah, they were like, man, Tom, you're not gonna be able to walk, and he's like, I'll show you guys. So yeah, Mission Impossible. There's always, some crazy set pieces where it's just unbelievable, So there's unbelievable parts in it. And that you kind of have to, it's Mission Impossible. So I try not to get too nitpicky when it comes to those crazy, just serendipitous moments where something absolutely it's just preposterous happens. And then you're like, oh, okay. It kind of takes you out of the movie, but that's neither here nor there. It is Mission Impossible, So I try and take that into consideration when it comes to these movies. But I definitely was entertained. Tom Cruise is still so amazing, and definitely as this character, just as the movie star role in and of itself. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. That one's really awesome. If you have not seen that, that's starring Tom Cruise. It's one of the coolest shows I've seen in so long. So I would highly recommend you check that out. If you like Tom Cruise, or if you're skeptical about Tom Cruise's ability to still entertain. So I would check that out for sure. So yeah, thank you so much. Let me know if you saw Mission Impossible. I didn't want to spoil it in this one, so if you want a spoiler, if you just want me to go through the actual plot and spoil everything, then don't forget to leave a comment down below. If you want to support the podcast, feel free to, and review us. That helps so much. Deeply, deeply appreciated. This podcast is also brought to you by Audible. It's got all the books, pretty much all the books you'd ever want. All of them. I can't say all of them, but the majority, especially the most contemporary ones. So check those out. You get a free book with a free trial. You get to keep that book, and you can cancel it anytime, or you can continue to get it. Also brought to you by Onnit. A whole bunch of supplements, all kinds of great gear. I just ordered some more Alpha Brain, so highly recommend those. Also, if you want to start your very own blog or podcast, go to socialcreative.org /podcast or /shop and check that out. It's everything you'd ever need in order to start your very own podcast. Also brought to you by Forever Lean. If you want to lose fat, gain muscle, and not die in the process, you should totally check out Forever Lean. They've got amazing workouts. They're only 3 days a week. And it allows you to eat the foods that you actually enjoy eating. So check that out as well. So yeah, let me know what you thought of Mission Impossible. I was a big fan. I walked out of there happy. So let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, talk about this on your own blog or podcast. So thank you so much again. Until next time. Bye. Bye.
Round 1.
Come on. Oh, whoa, hey, come on. Come on, Kelly.
Everybody thinks they're gonna get a chance to punch some